coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Allen going to throw. And his first look is incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
In a 4th down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
47-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game.
Number 20.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Matt Judon there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. And now they'll throw with Allen. On the screen, Bernard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
13-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Alert, alert, alert. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go, here we go. 55 is my guy. 55.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Love now on second down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Terry McLaurin, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now, it's game on.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Allen looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
This way, go this way. Here we go. Here we go. Now, watch 98. 98's the mic. Check. Lucky.
Throwing again. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted by
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Like 50, like 50.
Following the interception, Love. And this is caught at the 8. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Love looking to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Right there.
2nd down. Love. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Jake Elliott on 4.
So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know,
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the toss, here's Balaj. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
11 yards.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 3rd and long for Love. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
2nd and 10.
56. Slam. Motion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
55.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Love now. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 3rd down, Love. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, buddy.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Pass incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Allen will try again on second down. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Marlon Humphrey.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Looking downfield for Jones. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now a second down throw for Love here. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Marcus Joyner there defensively.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Love. Shedding through the defense. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Steelers.
On play action. Love to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, going to the air with Love. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
42-yard line. 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
Love from the gun on third down. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Love from the gun. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
He's crossing. He's checking clear. 54. Mike 54.
Now Love. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kalen Balaj, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Bengals nothing. Michael Dixon set to kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
No hesitation, don't try my patience. I'm a boy, one for the safe, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm a root to the bed until we all got them buckets.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. We ain't giving up nothing today. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Allen now looks to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly
looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's the third-year man from Oregon, Royce Freeman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Love this time is going to set up to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D. Shit. Hey, alert 3.
And it's Michelle once again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 25, check 25, check 25.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
At the 39-yard line.
57 mark. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And now here is another interception. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And some space here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was...
And Freeman lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Gives it to the first man through, the fullback Arma. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go. Block 40. 37. Here we go. Here we go. We got double time. Double time. We got three. We got three, fellas. We got three. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Ricky.
Tonight's final
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.